tech entrepreneur Elizabeth Holmes, founder of Theranos. She's accused of running a massive scheme to defraud investors. And a surprise move, she's now taking the stand in her own defense. And we're not allowed to bring cameras or audio recordings into court, but we've got the next best thing. The eyes and ears of ABC's Rebecca Jarvis, host of the Dropout podcast. She was in that San Jose courtroom and joins us now. Good evening to you, Rebecca. Today was the second day of Holmes' testimony. Give us a recap of what she's been saying.
Hi, Lindsay. Well, it's been fascinating to see Elizabeth Holmes on the stand testifying at her own criminal trial. She talked a lot about her origin story, growing up in Houston, dropping out of Stanford to hope to revolutionize the healthcare industry. And she's talked a lot about the healthcare that she went on to create, these devices. She's gone into very significant detail, Lindsay, around the devices for the jury, who's very likely hearing a lot of this terminology for the first time. It can get highly technical in the courtroom, and there's been a lot of defining, even spelling of words. At one point, the attorneys for Elizabeth Holmes asked her to spell out a word because it was new to most of the people in the courtroom, Lindsay.
Oh, wow. And Rebecca Holmes was, of course, well known for her charisma and power of persuasion before everything came crumbling down. How's she coming across on the stand?
I would say relaxed. She has a very calm and collected demeanor. When she takes her mask off, which is her right to do when she begins her testimony, she does it with a smile on her face. And one of the things that really stood out to me today in court is that she really keeps that eye contact with her defense attorney. She never stumbles. Nothing flusters her on the stand right now, Lindsay.
And what do we know about the defense strategy so far?
Well, really, it is a look at Elizabeth Holmes herself. So many of the witnesses we've heard from already in this trial, the 29 government witnesses, have laid out these allegations that Elizabeth Holmes lied to investors with falsified documents, allegations that she misled people about the relationship Theranos had with the Department of Defense and misled her investors about the relationships her company had with pharmaceutical companies, and did a lot of misleading around the technology itself. What they've done so far at this trial, Lindsay, is laying out the early years of this story, when Elizabeth Holmes was this bright-eyed, ambitious young woman who wanted to change the world. That is the story that we've heard so far. But of course, we know this is a story that goes on for many years. She ran Theranos from 2004 to 2018, and we're basically in the time frame of 2010 right now. There is a lot of ground to cover still at this trial.
And lastly, as you talk about that, the many years still that we have to get to, what's the expected timeline for the rest of the trial?
Well, the hope is that we will have something of a verdict before Christmas. The jury, the 12 members of this jury, are not sequestered. They are going about their lives, and there's an acknowledgement among the legal experts I speak to that once you get into the holiday period, you really create issues with people going back home, spending time with families, that potential for hearing something, and then the greater potential for a mistrial. So there's a real desire at this court to get things wrapped up by Christmas. That would be a few more weeks of trial, and we definitely expect to hear from Elizabeth for the rest of this week. That's tomorrow, and then into next week as well after Thanksgiving, Lindsay.
Rebecca Jarvis, thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.